Hey guys, welcome in today's video, and in this video you'll learn about Python string and its basic operations. In case you missed our previous videos, we have already covered the topics like Python basic syntax and Python variables. All the links are available in the description. You can also watch those videos from there. Let's come to our topic. First, we will going to understand what the string actually is. A string is a series of characters. In Python, anything inside quoted is a string, and you can either use single or double quoted. For example, here we have a code, a message variable that stores a string. This is a string in Python, and there is a same variable which stores a string, but it is in double quotes, creating multi-line strings. To span a string multiple lines, you can use triple quotes. For example, here we have code, and it will output the following if we execute the program. Using variables in Python string with f strings. Now, sometimes you want to use the values of a variable in a string. For example, you may want to use the value of the name variable inside the message string variable. In the following code, name variable stores the value John and the message variable stores the value hi. To replace it, you place the letter F before the opening quotation mark and put the brace around the variable name. Here is the example how you can do it. Python will replace the name by the value of the name variable. The code will show the following output on the screen. Concatenating Python strings. When you replace the string literals next to each other, Python automatically concatenates them into one string. For example, here is the code. As you can see, a greeting variable contains two strings, good and morning. So when we are going to print the greeting variable, we will get the output good morning. Here in this case, Python automatically concatenates them into one string. But what if we have two strings? To concatenate two string variables, we use plus operator. Here is the example. Suppose we have a greeting variable which stores the value good and the time variable which stores the value afternoon. We are taking another variable that is greeting, are going to concatenate greeting plus operator and then time, then plus operator, and we are taking exclamation mark as a string. When we are going to print greeting, we will get good afternoon. Accessing string elements. Since a string is a sequence of characters, you can access its elements using an index. The first character in the string has an index of 0, similar to array. The following example shows how to access elements using an index. Suppose we have a str variable which stores Python string, and by using a print function, we are going to print the element which is available at the 0th index and first index. So we are going to get the value p and y, and let me show you how does it actually works. First, variable that holds a string, which is Python string in our case, then access the first and the second character of the string by using the square brackets and indexes. If you use the negative index, Python returns the character starting from the ending of the string. Here is the example. Suppose in this case we are going to print element which has the index of -1 and another element which has the index of -2. So in first case we get the answer G, and in the other case we get the answer N. Let me show you the positive and negative index of a string so that you can get a clear-cut idea about how this negative index is going to work. Getting the length of a string. To get the length of a string, you use the len function. For example, we have a str variable which store Python string, and then we are going to take another variable strlen, and here we are actually storing the length of the above string. Now when we are going to print the strlen, we will get the output 13. Slicing strings. Slicing allows you to get a substring from a string. For example, we have a code here, and within the square bracket we are taking 0:2, which returns a substring that includes the character from the index 0 to 2, but the 2 here is excluded. Here, the syntax of slicing is as follows. The substring allow indicates the character at the start and excludes the string at the end. The start and the end are optional. If you omit the start, it defaults to 0, and if you omit the end, it defaults to the string's length. Python lists are immutable. It seems that you cannot change the string. For example, you'll get an error if you update one or more character in a string. As you can see, when you want to modify a string, we get this error where str object does not support item assignment. It is because the character p already is at 0th place, forcing the j character into the 0th index, which is actually not possible in Python.